Good day, everyone. Our group will be presenting our collaborative work about multicultural and global literacy. The members of our group are Doc Simafranca, Jimari Datolio, Kevin Diginion, and Zenas Armando.
So before we will discuss this module, we will first enumerate the learning outcomes. Number 1, discuss global and multicultural literacy. Number 2, illustrate the global competency framework. Number 3, explain the dimensions of multiculturalism. Number 4, elucidate the assessment strategy for global competence and global understanding. Number 5, present effective ways on how to integrate global multiculturalism in the lesson using appropriate delivery strategies, instructional materials, and assessment tools. Number 6, draw relevant life lessons and significant values from personal experience in demonstrating multicultural literacy. 7, analyze research abstract in global and multicultural literacy and its implications in the teaching learning process. And last, draft relevant policy in addressing multiculturalism in school. So, multicultural literacy consists of the skills and ability to identify the creators of knowledge and their interest, from Banks, 1996. So, according to Banks, 1996, multicultural literacy is about skills on how we are going to respect and understand others, respecting their perspectives, their identity, their knowledge, interest, and how we are going to take different perspectives of others. Multicultural literacy is also involved in education. Education for multicultural literacy should help students to develop 21st century skills and attitudes that are needed to become active citizens who will work hard achieving social justice within communities because of the growing racial, language, and ethnic diversity in the country. Multicultural literacy needs to be transferred in substantial ways to prepare students to function effectively in the 21st century. This is from Boots 2008. So in terms of education, the role of multicultural literacy is to help students to develop 21st century skills like learning skills such as critical thinking, creativity, collaboration, and communication. In terms of literacy, these are the skills the students should have, like information, knowing media, technology, and life skills that we should develop, like flexibility, leadership, initiative, productivity, and social skills. Those mentioned skills will help students to become active citizens that will work in achieving social justice in our community and even across the world. Moreover, it also gives a deeper understanding on others' interests, culture, and ability that will serve as a knowledge on how we can prevent social issues like depression and oppression and to know the perspective of other people. Just like multicultural literacy, the goal of global literacy is to raise awareness on the different social issues and how to address those issues and to understand others despite having differences. With the help of global literacy, we are able to understand the perspective of others, make decisions that can have good benefits and positive impact to everyone. As a student, we should take action about social issues and tell everyone that we are equal despite having differences. That would create positive impact and to help change the world into something better. According to the Ontario Ministry of Education, a global citizen should possess the following characteristics. So, number 1, respect for humans regardless of race, gender, religion, and political perspectives. So, we should respect others despite us having differences. Next, respect for diversity and various perspectives. So, respect is very important, especially having different races, cultures, and even organization, and also the ideas and their perspectives. Next, promote sustainable patterns of living, consumption, and production. Refuse using plastic, saving energy and others, and being progressive in the consumption and production. Next is appreciate the natural world and demonstrate respect and the right of all living things. So respect should be practiced everywhere. We should respect everything in this world, and in fact, everyone is deserved to be respected. So at this point, we will now discuss the interconnecting of multicultural and global literacy. So every classroom contains of different students of different races, religions, and cultural groups. Aware that students embrace diverse behaviors, cultural values, patterns, and practice, and communication. Yet, they all share one community, which is the educational opportunity. This is from Wu 2014. So, in every classroom, there are lots of differences in terms of races, cultures, religion, that are basically leads to bullying or even discrimination. As a future educator, we should raise awareness in our classroom, teach students to respect others despite of having differences, create friendly, a peaceful environment that would everyone should practice, especially respecting others and accepting them. Lastly, the knowledge about multicultural literacy and global literacy should be implemented and applied in every classroom. So again, the 4 dimensions of this framework is knowledge, values, attitudes, and skills. So we will start with the knowledge. Examine global, local, and intercultural issues. So for us to become globally competent, we should have the knowledge about the issues around us. Next is the values. Understand and appreciate the perspectives of others. So after having the knowledge about the issues around us, we should have to start understand and appreciate others. Next is the attitude, which is to engage in open, appropriate, and effective interactions across cultures. So having good attitude can lead us to understand, accept, and appreciate the ideas and perspectives of others and their worldviews. Next is the skills. After having the knowledge, attitude, and values, we should have to apply it. So, the skills. So, after having the knowledge, which is to know the issues around us, we have the values, appreciate and understand others, and then the attitude, which is to have effective interactions with others. Last is the skills. We have to apply this in our actions for us to find solution or take action with those issues. So we will now elaborate what is global competence. Global competence is a multi-dimensional construct that requires a combination of knowledge, skills, attitudes, and values successfully applied to global issues or intercultural situations. So, this involves the 4 dimensions of the competence framework. So, it's going to enhance the skills, values, and behavior so that we can prepare young people to the interconnected and changing world. Also about how we are going to engage ourselves as a citizen who can solve a problem in our world. So with the help of the competence framework, we are able to recognize and analyze the issue globally and locally, and also for us to understand, appreciate the perspective of others.